What's good, guys? Welcome back to Crime Story Sunday. Today is very important to me because of course it's Crime Story Sunday, but today's story is very dear to my heart because if you guys have heard me in some of these videos talk about a friend that was killed, today we are going to touch on her story. And what makes today even more significant is it's her birthday. She would have been 31 today, and I'm talking about my friend Kiuna Jackson. Me and Kiuna, we weren't like super close, but she was really good friends with my sister. And I don't know if I said, oh, I got toothpaste on my shirt. And I don't know if I said in one of those videos how she was just a really great friend to my sister in high school. And I just liked her because she was like this bold and just in your face type of person. So like if you seen Kiuna, you knew her. She was small, like she was a small petite frame girl, but she had like this vibe of her that was like loud, but not in a bad sense of being loud. It was like if you knew her, you gravitated to her. So today I want to talk about her story on Crime Story Sunday because today is her birthday. She would have been 31, and she is one of the reasons why I got into forensics. Her and my cousin Jahida, who I will also touch her story on Crime Story Sunday as well. These two were the biggest impact because I never really had anyone die at such a young age. I was only 17 at the time. I had just graduated high school, and you know, my birthday's late, so I didn't turn 18 yet. So I never really had anyone die in my life that soon, like someone that I knew. And it really did affect me, and it made me really dibble dabble into what forensics really is because she died first and then my cousin Jahida died after her. So these two individuals were definitely the main reason why I got into forensics. Although I'm not in the field, like I've told you guys a lot, my heart still is there, and that's why I try to do Crime Story Sunday videos and missing person cases, because I know that my purpose is a little bit bigger than what I was trying to do. And now that I see the vision, it's like it's all coming to life. But yes, Kiuna died August 15th of 2018. And what's really crazy about her story is her killer also killed another young lady in the same time frame. And what makes it even worse is when he got out of prison, he was in prison for such a horrendous crime as well, because he had raped a teenager. So it just makes you think about the justice system, and it makes you think about why these offenders keep getting released, and it just makes you want to stand up to strengthen our laws, you know. So I really hope that you guys, you know, take in her story because this one is very personal for me. So yeah, so let's talk about Kiuna Jackson. So guys, so now I'm gonna run down the timeline because we're not, of course, shedding light on this individual, this sick individual, let's say the least. But I do wanna let you guys see how we really need to strengthen our laws when it comes to rape. Charges for rape, of course, sometimes they get these big sentences, but they do not serve them all. And I feel like we have to really take this up a notch when it comes to this. So Ronnie was just basically on this destructive path. So he is a 34-year-old man, but this is the crazy thing when you go back into this story before it even gets to Kiuna, guys. Ronnie was sentenced to 19 years for the rape of a 13-year-old girl back in March of 1994. He forced his way into this young lady's home, chased her. She at the time was doing her homework at the dining table. I do not really have most of the details as to who was in the home with her, but I'm pretty sure he was watching this girl before she got home, because as I explained some other things that he had did, it kind of makes perfect sense. So he forced her to undress. He held a gun to her head at gunpoint, and he raped her. He did put up a fight, you know, with, you know, with police, but he was ultimately sentenced to 19 years in prison. but he got out in 2007. So that's about, what, 13 years of only serving a 19-year sentence. This is not where it ends, guys. So when he gets out, I guess he just decides he's gonna do what he wanna do, right? Mind you, this is 2007. My friend Kiuna died in 2008. So August 5th, it doesn't say August 5th of, I wanna say 2007, right? He rapes another young lady. This lady was on her way walking home from work, and he ends up raping her. And another assault occurred on August 30th, where he raped a 16-year-old girl. This 16-year-old girl knew him as Rome, so she didn't know him. This young lady, of course, thinking that this is someone that she can trust, she wants to use the bathroom. And what does he do? He takes it into his own vendetta to, you know, attack her from behind, and then ultimately rapes her. And the 16-year-old girl told police that when he was raping her, he said, "Don't tell anyone, I will give you money." This is how sick this man was, y'all. And he was in jail because the police had got him for that. Now we get to August 15th. It has said that Kiuna was supposed to meet him. She was supposed, I guess, to receive something from him, and they were going to meet up. This is what law enforcement had states about text messages that they had found, and a lot of pins and stuff like that. Yeah, so Kiuna was supposed to meet with him. She had, I believe, no prior contact with him, but she was just, I don't really know too much details. There wasn't really a lot of details on what she was meeting him for, but it was just saying that she was meeting him for something. And I look back and I say, damn, I wish she didn't meet this man, or she went with someone, because, you know, of course she didn't know that this man was sick. And I remember this day just like it was yesterday. I remember getting a call and someone saying that they had found Kiuna's body. And I remember saying, what do you mean they found her body? A jogger had been running through Heron Run Park. And if you guys are familiar with Baltimore, there are a lot of parks that are here, really nice parks. I do say this myself, especially if you're a runner. But if you come around the Lake Montebello area, there's a lot of trails that you can go. And there's a bridge. It's kind of like not in the cut, but in the cut, if that makes sense. And if you so happen to like look over the bridge, there's like a stream of water. But this is nothing but God, guys. So he evidently strangles her. And then I guess because he has taken it up a notch, mind you, he has not killed anyone yet until he gets to Kiuna. Because Kiuna's what? About the third person. But the thing about it is, there isn't any indication that he raped her. So I just think with this one is, I do believe Kiuna put up a hell of a fight, because if you knew Kiuna, you knew she was not to be tolerated with, and she would fight your ass. So I do get some type of like, you know, I know she fought for her life, which is truly sad, because she didn't deserve to go out that way, especially only to be what, I was only going on 18. She was what, 19 years old. But yeah, so a jogger is running, and they end up just looking to about their right, and they see her laying front down in the water. And if you ever, like I said, ever been to Heron Run Park, in that stream, there's a lot of like trash, debris and stuff. Her body did not float, guys. So when I guess this happened at night, around nighttime, a jogger was able to see her that next morning. So it was like, that was nothing but God that her body did not flow down the stream, because then we probably would have never even have found her, if that makes sense. And then he was very bold. He took her car and was driving around in her freaking car after killing her. And people had witnessed him in her vehicle. But of course, no one put two and two together, because at that time, no one had really knew if Kiuna was actually missing until someone had found her body. And I just remember going to her funeral, and she did not look like herself. I never even seen a dead body before. Well, I had seen a dead body, I will say that, because there was another thing. We weren't close, but I remember my brother finding a dead body, but that's a whole different story. But I never knew someone personally and seeing them in a casket like that. And to only be 17 years old, I was just like, wow, like what happened? You know, like that's when like my full horizon wanted to know the side of the criminal justice world and the forensic side. And it was just like, well, what happened? You know, all these questions that come into play. And that really just sparked an interest for me. But this is not the end, guys. So he kills Kiuna August 15th. He then goes and kills another young lady. And this time he takes it up a completely different notch. So then he kills Shanira Boone. Shanira was in the Frederick area of Maryland. She was reported missing around August 31st of the same year of 2008. Roughly around September 5th, they end up finding her body in her vehicle. And the reason how they found her body is because a lot of people in the community were saying they smelled a foul odor coming from this vehicle. So that's when law enforcement came and they ended up finding Shanira. And what made them report 19-year-old Shanira missing was because I guess on August, she was texting her cousin saying that she was finishing up her shift. And I guess she was supposed to meet the cousin, but she never came. And that's when her cousin got worried because she never showed up. And that's how that fell into play. And that's when police started to really piece everything together. And thank goodness for detectives, guys. And that's what really made me want to get into investigation. I don't want to be a cop, though. So that's why I haven't gone through it. Maybe, I don't know. Who knows with that, right? But investigators start piecing the puzzles together, putting video footage, you know, DNA. And it was just like he really, you know, what they say, like a killer is gonna kill, but they're going to do something that changes the game for them. And it was like he would have kept going if they did not get his ass, because look at how many people's lives he destroyed in the process of leading up to Kiuna and Shanira Boone. You know, those two ladies that both died, and the, you know, the other women that he raped. It was just like, and then you get out of prison and then you still commit the same types of crimes, and then you take it up a notch and you kill these young ladies who had their life ahead of them, only 19 years old. Both Kiuna and Shanira were 19 years of age, guys. 19. I was only 17 when this happened. So Ronnie Winkler was sentenced to 30 years of the death of 19-year-old Shanira Boone. He pleaded guilty to second-degree murder. So I was trying to find any information on the death of Kiuna, but I did not find anything as far as the case search records. He was only charged with the murder of Shanira Boone, but I did not find anything if he was in fact convicted of going to court for Kiuna. But we all knew that he had killed her. You know, that's just self-explanatory, but I did not find anything as far as the case search records. Even searched high and low on articles, could not find anything. And I keep forgetting that you can case search different things, you know, that is open to the public. And only case that I seen on there was for Shanira Boone. Do I think 30 years for killing her was enough? No. Should have got life. He took an innocent young lady's life and he killed another young lady and he raped multiple women. 30 years to me is easy peasy. I mean, he got 19 years the last time and only served 13 or so of those years. Again, why are the laws like this sometimes? I don't understand it. And it makes you question everything humanly possible. But that is pretty much Kiuna Jackson and Shanira Boone's story. I do want to shed love and light to all the individuals affected by Ronnie. It doesn't take away your pain. It doesn't take away what he did to you, because I'm pretty sure you still live with those horrific memories. Hell, we still live with the horrificness of, you know, they had so much life to give, you know, 19 years of age, so young, so pure. But yeah, so that is pretty much their story. You know, like I said, Kiuna was a fierce young lady. She was bold. You knew her if you seen her. Yeah, so, and I just remember it just like yesterday, going to her funeral and her burial. And, you know, like I said, I never went to a funeral for someone near my age. And it really changed the game for me. It really made me say, what is this and how can I get involved into the criminal justice world some way, somehow? And so I hate that her death took that for me, but if it doesn't make you question the laws, then are you really like a human being? You know? But yeah, I do wish that I had more information to give far as like him being convicted on her death, but I really could not find. But yeah, so that is pretty much all that I have for this case, guys. Hope to see you guys tomorrow in Missing Person Case Monday. Hope you guys are liking these videos. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you are new to the fam, join our milk carton series. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Sending love and light to you all. Hope you all have a prosperous week. And I will see you guys tomorrow on Monday. And again, happy birthday, Kiuna. I wish you were here to enjoy your 31st birthday. But I know you're looking down on us all. And yeah, so I'll see you guys.